How pervasive is corruption within African governments? And what can be done to promote transparency, accountability, and good governance? Corruption remains one of the most pressing challenges facing African governments today. It undermines economic development, erodes public trust, and hampers efforts to achieve social justice and equality. While the extent and impact of corruption vary across the continent, its presence is felt in almost every sector of governance. In this video, we will delve into the issue of corruption within African governments, presenting notable case studies of corruption scandals and their repercussions, and discussing strategies and initiatives aimed at promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance. One of the most infamous corruption scandals in recent African history is Nigeria's missing billions case. In 2014, the then governor of Nigeria's central bank, Lamido Sanusi, alleged that 20 billion in oil revenues had not been accounted for by the state oil company, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. The revelation caused a massive public outcry and highlighted the deep-rooted issues of corruption within Nigeria's oil sector. Despite investigations and some reforms, the scandal underscored the systemic nature of corruption in one of Africa's largest economies, and its detrimental effects on public finance and service delivery. In South Africa, the state capture scandal involving former President Jacob Zuma and the wealthy Gupta family exposed the extent of corruption at the highest levels of government. The Gupta family was accused of using their close relationship with Zuma to influence state appointments and siphon off state resources. This scandal not only led to widespread protests and political instability, but also severely damaged South Africa's economic reputation. The Judicial Commission of Inquiry, known as the Zondo Commission, was established to investigate these allegations, resulting in detailed reports and recommendations for combating such deep-seated corruption. Another poignant example is the Cashgate scandal in Malawi, which came to light in 2013. This scandal involved the embezzlement of around 32 million from government funds. Through a sophisticated network of fraudulent transactions, the revelations had severe repercussions, including the suspension of aid from international donors, which accounted for a significant portion of Malawi's budget. The scandal exposed the vulnerabilities within the country's financial management systems and highlighted the urgent need for robust anti-corruption measures. As we delve deeper into these examples, it becomes evident that addressing corruption requires a multifaceted approach. Efforts to promote transparency, accountability, and good governance must be comprehensive and sustained to be effective. Various strategies and initiatives have been implemented across Africa, with varying degrees of success. One of the primary strategies is the establishment of independent anti-corruption agencies. For example, Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has been instrumental in investigating and prosecuting high-profile corruption cases. Despite challenges, the EFCC has achieved some notable successes, including the recovery of stolen assets and the conviction of several high-ranking officials. However, the effectiveness of such agencies often depends on their independence, adequate resourcing, and political support. In Rwanda, the government has implemented a zero-tolerance policy towards corruption, backed by strong political will and comprehensive legal frameworks. The Rwanda Governance Board and the Office of the Ombudsman play critical roles in monitoring and addressing corruption. The country's remarkable progress in reducing corruption is reflected in its improved rankings on international corruption indices and the increased public trust in government institutions. Technology also offers promising solutions for enhancing transparency and accountability. In Kenya, the introduction of the Integrated Financial Management Information System, IFMIS, has helped streamline government financial operations and reduce opportunities for fraud and embezzlement. By digitizing financial transactions and making data more accessible, IFMIS has improved the efficiency and transparency of public finance management. Public participation and civic engagement are also crucial in the fight against corruption. Civil society organizations, the media, and grassroots movements play vital roles in holding governments accountable and advocating for anti-corruption reforms. In Uganda, the Anti-Corruption Coalition Uganda, ACCU, works tirelessly to expose corruption and mobilize citizens to demand transparency and accountability from their leaders. Such efforts are essential for creating a culture of accountability and ensuring that anti-corruption measures are effectively implemented. Education and awareness campaigns are another important aspect of combating corruption. By educating citizens about their rights and the negative impacts of corruption, these campaigns can empower people to take action and demand accountability. In Sierra Leone, the Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, has implemented nationwide educational programs to raise awareness about corruption and promote ethical behavior among public officials and citizens alike. Before we continue with more examples and strategies, if you're finding this discussion on corruption and accountability insightful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more detailed and engaging content to you. Share your thoughts and experiences with corruption in your community, and let us know what solutions you think are most effective. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Returning to our exploration, international cooperation is another critical component in the fight against corruption. Many African countries have ratified international conventions such as the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, and the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption. These conventions provide frameworks for international collaboration in areas such as asset recovery, mutual legal assistance, and information exchange. For instance, efforts to recover stolen assets from foreign banks have been bolstered by international cooperation, leading to the repatriation of funds to countries like Nigeria and Kenya. Institutional reforms are also necessary to address systemic corruption. Strengthening institutions such as the judiciary, law enforcement, and public procurement agencies can enhance their ability to detect, investigate, and prosecute corruption cases. In Ghana, reforms to the public procurement system have included the establishment of the Public Procurement Authority, PPA, which oversees government procurement processes to ensure fairness and transparency. These reforms have helped reduce opportunities for corruption and improve public confidence in government contracting. Moreover, political will and leadership are essential for driving anti-corruption efforts. Leaders who demonstrate a genuine commitment to transparency and accountability can set the tone for the entire government. In Tanzania, former President John Magufuli, known for his anti-corruption stance, implemented a series of measures to tackle corruption and inefficiency within the public sector. His actions, such as cutting wasteful spending and dismissing corrupt officials, garnered public support and significantly impacted the country's corruption levels. It's important to recognize that while progress has been made, challenges remain. Corruption often persists due to deeply entrenched networks, a lack of political will, and inadequate resources for anti-corruption agencies. Furthermore, corruption can take many forms, from petty bribery to grand corruption involving high-level officials and large sums of money. Addressing these challenges requires ongoing vigilance and a comprehensive approach that involves all stakeholders, including government, civil society, the private sector, and the international community. As we draw to a close, it's essential to reiterate that corruption is a complex and pervasive issue that requires sustained effort and commitment to address effectively. The examples and strategies discussed highlight the importance of transparency, accountability, and good governance in combating corruption. While significant progress has been made in some areas, continuous effort and collaboration are necessary to build more resilient and accountable governance systems across Africa. In conclusion, corruption remains a significant obstacle to development and good governance in Africa. However, through concerted efforts and innovative strategies, there is hope for creating more transparent and accountable governments. By learning from successful case studies and implementing comprehensive anti-corruption measures, African countries can make significant strides towards reducing corruption and enhancing governance. The role of citizens, civil society, and international partners is crucial in this journey, and their continued engagement and support will be vital for sustained progress. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of corruption and accountability in African governments. If you found this discussion enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share your insights and experiences with corruption in your community, and let us know what solutions you think are most effective. Stay tuned for more in-depth analyses and stories that shape our understanding of the world. Together, let's continue to learn, engage, and make a difference.